These some trying times, I tell you. But the stuff that is being revealed is like, for people to like try to like bash your character and try to promote themselves as being like this, that, on the other, versus like your character, like bashing or putting down your character in order to put theirs up. Like the truth in the matter always shows. Like if you really pay attention, them people will end up ruining everything that they try to enact and erect. And it's like you don't have to do anything against those people, because they'll end up showing their true colors to people that they thought would have their side, because they was forming a narrative against you. And now that it's coming to light, it's crazy, because look at it. Look at this. I'm grateful for family, because it's like you could be going crazy. You could be going crazy at like how your life is shifting and changing because of the actions of one person. And the person that's doing all of the messed up stuff to your life can end up destroying everything that they formed with just being themselves. It's amazing. I see it. It's amazing. Like, you don't even have to do, you literally don't have to do anything. Eventually, after telling your entire truth, after telling your entire story, after being as open as you could possibly be about yourself, eventually there's nothing more to say. And the people that are trying to use negative things that they assume nobody knows about you in order to break down the dynamic of your life, they'll end up ruining their own selves, because after a while, when they had no more to say about you, they end up talking about themselves or end up showing their true colors and ruining their relationship. I literally thought there'd be no remedy to like the stuff that's been going on, the rumors that have been spread, the conversations that have been had in the shadows that would have so much random negative occurrences like impacting like daily life, that I just gave in to like stuff being like upside down. Like you could never apologize enough sometimes, or you could never do enough justice to outdo whatever injustice, because like it's the narrative that people will stick with. Like, it's more interesting. But like I'm grateful. I am grateful for family, because in the midst of things, a person who is trying to like undermine you and destroy you will eventually destroy themselves, because once they run out of ammo to attack you, they end up attacking other people, and they assume that ammo that they're using is going to be just as potent, but it ends up being self-destructive. So it's like, sometimes you just like, I'm not good at facilitating business or like making things work for my like self. And like lately, like with like all the therapy I've been trying to like induce on myself, I just been telling my business. I've been dropping my business off on like socials and getting this stuff off my system and off my chest, because like it feels like the best way to get it out. Like, just get it out and get rid of like all of the different experiences that I had and all of the things that I saw. It's just like I've been doing my best to cope with like how the impact of that has been like affecting me. And like at the end of the day, like all I've been able to do is just accept it, because I mean, what else can I do? Like, as a man, I can't really just be out here, destroying shit or being on my vigilante activities or trying to be a quote unquote hero without subjugating my mind to the understanding of why somebody's doing something or why something is happening. Because at the end of the day, I can't be choosing one side of a story or a narrative to support when I don't know and understand the whole entire story. And so it's just like, I'm grateful for the knowledge that I received so that I can make the decisions and to understand what's going on as far as like my approach to things are all that I need to do. Because it's just like it's kind of messed up to like have confided with someone or anyone, or even just to have just been venting, because like you were whether it be under the influence or psychologically, mentally, or physically going through stuff. And like I'm really like getting through life by like a hair amongst many other things, while also just feeling like my life is like going through a spiral of some sorts. And like, I don't know if I've experienced all this stuff before, if I'm reliving like past occurrences, or like history is repeating itself through some type of means. But it's really giving vibes. Like, the more that time goes by, I feel like it's not really, what's the word for it? I feel like it's either going backwards, going forwards, or it's just like I'm just, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, from like being a child up until this point in my life, it is 100% feeling weird. Like, I feel like I'm shifting dimensions or something. Like, it's almost as if like I'm experiencing a history that I was told about, and it's like I'm physically living through it, and it's like it's giving me these weird deja vu-esque feelings, maybe like reacted within my DNA or something. Like, it's creeping me out a bit, just a bit, but at the same time, it's like it's refreshing yet exhausting, because it's like I'm not living a life that doesn't feel familiar. I'm not experiencing anything new, and it's hard to know what is up and what is down. It's like my life, no matter what, is never just my life. And like I feel for the circumstance, because it's never been like, okay, this is your life, you only got one life to live, so you better make the most of it. No, it's always been like, all right, you're alive, do what I say, do this, do that. Here's an option of choices, but all of these choices are going to lead you down the path that, you know, I need you to go down, or these choices are going to lead you down the path to like be a person that, you know, already existed. Like, you don't get to be your own person. Like, you got to be the person that already existed. If not, you just going to get erased. And it's like I gotta find a balance, but there's no real balance, because it's like I'm either gonna be what other people want me to be, I'm gonna be what someone's like. I understand, like, you know, people you know have kids to leave a legacy, and it's just like, I get that. Like, I completely understand that. However, it's kind of like hard pressed, because it's like, okay, so in a sense, I have to be better than, I have to hold on to a legacy as far as like keeping the thought and ideal of my parents alive, so that they can, like, you know, live on through me. But in the same sense, I also have to create a better future, because they want it better, and they pass down their ideals of what that better future will look like to me, so that I can create the world that they tried to create, but had to pass down to me to do, because, you know, they had to do that. That's, everyone comes to a point where they feel like, I got to pass down my job of making that world to somebody else. It kind of feels awkward, because it's like you don't know how to do it either. Like, I'm looking at the world, I'm thinking about the world, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, you know, in order to create that world and create that environment, I'm gonna need these tools, or I'm gonna need these circumstances to work out. But then it's like, once I actually get to see what that looks like in like real life terms, it's like, is this what they were facing? Is this what my parents saw when they tried to make these situational changes and tried to make these advancements? Did they see the difficulty and look at the options they had and see no remedy in order to make what they were trying to make happen? Because like, it just feels like I'm trapped to making either the same actions and behaviors that they did, or like the situations I try to make. It seems like there is no adversity for the changes I want to make. However, there are stipulations that like are sliding me down. It's kind of hard carrying over a task load, because both of my parents wanted me to, you know, maintain good behavior, good actions, not get into trouble, you know, be successful, you know, be confident in myself, and, you know, to work things out. However, it's like being read a fairy tale before bed, so that you don't have nightmares, but like you still end up going to sleep and getting nightmares. And it's like, no matter what, it's like you don't have, like, I mean, you know, shit, get thrown into this goddamn game, I'm not even complaining. It's really, I'm just trying to like I'm talking to myself to base some perspective off of it. But it's like, you thrown into this game, you don't really know what's going on. You don't know who to trust. You don't know, like, you don't always know what's going up and up until like it's too late. And then once you learn your lesson, it's like, okay, cool. But it's like, is that lesson for that specific person, those specific behaviors, or like that specific instance? And even now, it's like, I look at what is it that I want? What type of world am I trying to make? What type of environment am I trying to create? What type of outcome do I want the children that I'm responsible for to have? Like, what type of thing do I want to create in order for my family to live better? And what does that take? What does that require? What does that look like? All of those different things is just like, it's like I can't really comprehend why I have to go through the battle, but it's like overcoming the things is really what's going on. Like, it's like I can put perspective on it. However, I don't understand exactly how to facilitate that. And in order to make it, I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know if everybody wants the same environment that I'm looking for. I could pitch the idea and whatnot, but like, I don't know if everyone else has the same idea. Like, I spoke about this earlier on a video. Like, I had a chance to create a reality on it's a video game called Tropico, where you get to like run an island and whatnot. And I had the concept behind trying to create an oasis, a safe haven and whatnot, but you don't really have that option when you're dealing with people other than yourself. And like, even on the process of thinking about, okay, well, if I try to create a safe haven for my kids and whatnot, or try to create an environment for my kids where they can learn and grow, they can dabble in, their interests and whatnot. It's kind of hard because at this point, I don't know what they're going through to the fullest degree when I'm not around and not able to do anything for them. So it's like, I could have this wonderful vision, I could work for it, I could slave and labor for it. But at the end of the day, if my kids have already been tainted or, messed up in some type of way, I put them in this haven, they might destroy the haven that I'm trying to create for them because they have been tainted or hurt in a way that they can't get rid of. So it's like, I'm working essentially for them. So it's like, I don't really know. I don't really know anymore. It's like, I could throw myself into a job or a career or a business or something, but it's like, I'm gonna always have these thoughts process leak out of my goddamn head, because it's like, this is what I think about on a daily basis. It's like, I'm watching the world around me become a little less, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't really say what the world was like before or what I was viewing versus what I'm seeing now. But it's like, I'm just watching more and more like pain, torment, suffering. Like, it's like, if you don't believe in your dreams, or if you don't believe in the positivity, or if you can't see past the negativity to try to create positivity, you in a way. Like, it's like everything's being ran off of people's dreams and hopes of like having a better future or a better time. And it's like, you never get to see that, because once you start to see reality, you gotta go. You gotta get put away, because you're ruining like the workload. People are only working. Like, I'm starting to get like why they say America is the place of dreams, because like you literally have to be consumed by the idea that you can make your dream world or your dream thing happen. And when you really sit down and think about it, it's like, once you are unable to sleep, what dreams can you have? Like, once the world becomes so vicious and vile to the point where every time you go to sleep, all you have is nightmares, you don't see a way out, you end up putting yourself in a predicament to no longer be able to like facilitate making a reality of your dream. Like, it's a facade. Like, you getting milked for ideas and whatnot that don't go to like plan, because someone else is using them and utilizing them by doing such a negative amount of things. It's like, all you end up seeing is like messed up augmentations of your ideas and dreams, because if you have to go out and facilitate them, you're going to lose the energy to have dreams. But if you let someone else, and it's like, amongst everything else, you don't know whether or not to believe the news, you don't know whether or not to put like all your energy or effort into multiple things. It's like you out here like a Jamaican with multiple dreams and stuff, and sometimes you gotta have the dreams you really care about from people, or they'll destroy them. Or sometimes like you'll just go outside and it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna take this one little area and create a community. Your community that you create, you might have the best intentions for it, but then like, who are coming into your community? Like, from what I understand, most of us are only adults because we were traumatized and like abused. I don't see not a single adult walking around here untouched and just the glistening signs of healthy upbringing. Like, everybody I see that's an adult within the sphere are jacked up in some type of way. And the ones that look like they're doing pretty well, they're just highly medicated and they don't remember their past that well. Or they're highly medicated and they're just so numb that all they can focus on is trying to make the dream happen. I'm really grateful for this spirit that I have inside of me and this energy that resonates with me. But it's like, I feel like I'm grateful to have it visiting my vessel. I'm grateful for it to have it residing in my vessel. Like, I'm grateful that I created a temple for it to reside in. But it's just like, geez, man, like, I feel bad because it's like I'm just a walking protection for this spirit. Other than that, like, everything I've touched in some type of way has not remained in the image that this spirit has wanted to maintain or create. It's like everything is just reverting. Like, I can't do enough to make or maintain the things that this spirit is trying to produce, whether it be positive or whether it be upbringing or whether it's negative. It's like nothing can sustain. It's like I'm one of a million. Jeez, man, we have so much to go through, and it's like I don't have a personal care for like what I'm seeing so far. Like, I'm at a loss for words. Like, I don't know what goes into people having to supply or support my ideals or dreams, so I can't really judge the things that I'm seeing. But at the same time, it's like it doesn't feel like it's feeding the energy that produces these positive thoughts in my head. Like, I can't not be in the world, and I can't just seclude myself in a bubble assuming that everything is going okay for everyone else, or, you know, doing the thing that people say and just saying, care, you know, love yourself, worry about yourself, care about yourself. But it's like the whole world is me and the world is one and the same, because everything that happens